Back to the Future is an interesting film when you look at it from the sociological perspective. Marty McFly is a typical teenager living in 1985. Majority of his family seems to be the rejects of society, as his father is bullied by his supervisor and his mother is a depressed alcoholic. Marty has befriended a crazy scientist that has figured out time travel.
Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
He accidentally sends Marty back to 1955 with no way to get back. Marty must figure out how to get back to 1985 without altering the future.
21 gigawatts!
This movie is great at showing the change in culture between 1955 and 1985. In 1955, there were many things that Marty did that was looked at as weird. For example, Marty is wearing a down vest, which is pretty common in 1985, but when he travels to the past, many of the local teenagers make fun of him, asking him if he just jumped ship because he has a life preserver on.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Hey, Biff, get hold of this guy's life preserver. Dork thinks he's gonna drown.
Marty is also not used to things such as the teenagers hanging out in diners, businesses are handled differently, and many things are a lot cheaper. The norms and what is considered appropriate has evolved over the 30 years as well. Marty went against a lot of the norms in the 1950s. The biggest one was when he was running from Biff. He starts to skateboard through the streets. When he did this, many people were pointing him out and gossiping because this wasn't something people normally did. Because of this, he stood out and became popular in the eyes of his peers. When Marty left 1985, his father was a reject who couldn't stand up for himself. His mother felt stuck in her marriage and hid it with alcohol, and his siblings were considered professional and social failures. When he returned, his father is a confident and successful science fiction author, his mother fit and happy, and his siblings as successful as ever. While in 1955, Marty does alter the future, but in a good way. He gives his father the confidence to change his standing in society. Language is also very important in these two different societies. It is obvious that many different words are used often in the 80s but not in the 50s. For example, Marty often says things are really heavy when he is shocked by something, and Doc does not understand what this means and questions why it is a term often used in the future.
Whoa, this is heavy.
There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Back to the Future is able to show us how society can change over a period of 30 years, and how it is influenced by things such as culture, norms, and language.